Drinking buddies, we are figuring out what the best recipe of Four Roses is. Let's go.
I'm your drinking buddy.
This was given to me by a wonderful friend. It's the 10 recipe tasting experience by Four Roses. I did 5 shorts where I put the head-to-head, and we had 5 losers here, but there are no losers. My first advice when it comes to Four Roses is if you see a single barrel strength, the recipe doesn't matter that much because they are all pretty darn good. Especially if you don't already have that mash bill or that yeast strain. So how does it work? So they have 2 mash bills. One is high rye and one is really high rye. That's how I would look at it, because 20% is the low rye, and that's pretty high for rye, for a bourbon. And then the other one is 35% rye. And those 2 mash bills combined with 5 different yeast strains create 10 different mash bills. 10 different recipes. Now, somebody in the comments recently pointed out that you can remember the E and the B by E meaning the easier to drink recipe, meaning the lower rye, and then the really high rye is the bold recipe, B. So E, easy, B, bold. That's a way to look at it. And then the 5 yeast strains, I know there's a little cheat sheet when it comes to those, but I've never found it to be too reliable. When you combine them with the different mash bills, all kinds of things happen. There's one that's supposed to be the fruity mash bill, which is the O, but several of them are fruity to me. One of them is the floral yeast strain. Well, they all taste pretty floral to me. And there's also the spicy yeast strain. Well, you combine any of the yeast strains with the high rye mash bill, you are going to get a spicy recipe. So I don't put much stock in the yeast strains because I think they just can do different things on every single, whatever you put them with, they're going to be different. These 5 won the first 5 rounds. So we have the winners here. I'm going to pick only one to move to be our favorite. That was a lot of intro. Ooh, this one's a little soapy on the nose. Soap, oak, and red berries. I'm going to get oddly specific on this one. Like cranberry walnut bread that you would have around Christmas. Great viscosity, great flavor, floral on the finish. That's going to be hard to beat. Starting off strong. Nose is better on glass too, no soapy thing. And no, it's not the glasses. Ooh, I do like this, man. So this is bold, this is spicy, this is herbal. Possibly the high rye mash bill. Not doing any guessing here, just telling you what I'm getting. That one is like buttery, citrusy, floral. Wow. A little bit of apricot on here. Oh yeah, no. Like apricot on the finish for days. Like a can of apricots with the heavy syrup on them. This might be really freaking hard, guys. Now this one is spicy and herbal. I thought that one smelled spicy and herbal. This one smells very spicy and herbal. And out of the 5 head-to-heads, 3 times the E recipe won and 2 times the bold recipe won for me. Bold, spicy, herbal. If I didn't know better, I would think this is a rye on the nose. That's like, it's so funny because on the nose, it's like rye vibes. And then on the palate, that's a really cool ride. On the palate, it's bourbon vanilla, brown sugar, cherry, like classic bourbon things all around. And then the finish turns back into that spice and herbs. That's pretty cool. That is a pretty cool ride. Pretty cool experience. Now this one's peachy on the nose. Peaches and oak. Pretty similar palate to this one, where it's that brown sugar, bourbon, vanilla, cherry thing. A little peachy on the finish, cinnamon on the finish. That one is not as bold. That one's more fruity than spicy. This one's a little bit bold on the nose too. I don't know why I keep saying bold. A little spicy, a little herbal, but not too heavy. Not as much as this guy. I want to say, like, it's odd. I want to say like applewood, like something specifically fruity, but also oaky. That is like butter pecan ice cream. There's pecan, there's butter, there's vanilla. That's why those three things together are giving me that. And then on the finish, it does have like, maybe it's more like a peach cobbler thing. I'm all over the place today. At any rate, that was tasty. Long finish, still going. I'm gonna go through these one more time. There's no clear winner right now. That might change on the second time through. It's gonna have to, because I gotta pick a favorite. Be right back. All right, I feel like you might notice that I'm missing some hair because I pulled out a lot of hair while I was doing this. This one was a little bit nerve-wracking for me because they're all so good. I'm splitting hairs here. A lot of hair talk. Sorry. Anyway, these three in the back, I'm kind of knocking down a peg. This one drinks more like a rye than it does a bourbon, and if I want to drink a rye, I'll drink a rye. So that's why I'm kind of knocking it back a little bit. Still great flavors, but like I said, we're splitting hairs here. This one has a lot of the same things going on as this one, just I like that one more. And this one is just for me today. You know, it's so good. These three in the front are really good. And these two in the back are taking a little bit of a step back. Anyway, I'm kind of torn now because I went back to this guy. The order really matters too. So when I go through this way first, the second time through, I go this way back. But honestly, there might be something to going through a third time and going like middle to the sides. I don't know, because right now when I went back to this guy, I liked it a lot more than I did either time. But there's just a clear favorite here. I know I said it had a soapy nose when I first got it, but it's more like a floral thing that's just really coming off as a little bit like potpourri type thing. So it's like kind of soapy, kind of medicinal, kind of. But anyway, at any rate, I love it. This is my favorite. Let's go these back two first. So we had the OBSQ, which I do love that recipe, but and then the OBSV. So the bold ones finished last. Ironically, the easy ones finished first. Nice guys finish first, as they say. These bad boys back here, you know what? They're just not for. Let's switch this analogy to girls. Sorry, these bad girls back here, they're not for me. I need a good girl, and these girls in the front row are very good. They go to church. These girls in the back row, they like smoke cigarettes and have a bunch of tattoos. This is the winner. All right. So the bold recipes finished last. I think this is my third favorite when it's all said and done. That was the OESK. My second favorite was the OESO was my second favorite. I don't know what I have left. My favorite was the OESF. Dang. All right, let's see what they specifically say about the OESF. So Four Roses says OESF is mint, fruity, and full body. Maybe that mint thing was what I was calling soapy. I don't know. OESF. So this says light oak and mint on the tasting notes. I didn't get any mint, but at any rate, we have found our ultimate Four Roses recipe. Do with this information as you will. drive up the secondary prices of the OESF if you must, or just buy up any Four Roses single barrel strength that you see, because they are all pretty good. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, Drinking Buddies. I appreciate all of you. Drop me a comment down below what your favorite Four Roses mash bill is, and we will see you on the next one. Cheers. Thanks for watching.
I'm your drinking buddy.